There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a...
There he goes! Smashes him with the stiff arm. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
On the direct snap, it's Lanier. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Finds his man down the middle. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Barnes. It's complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Green. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the move. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Punt is on its way. Hauls it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Making side adjustments here. Snap to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Room to the right. The tag. Touchdown, BYU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. UTSA is going to walk off the field there inside the Alamo Dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougars.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And he made the extra point without problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Snagged out of the air. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. on the direct snap. It's Lanier. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Gets it out fast. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
On first and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They want to throw it. Got the quick pass. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on third and goal? Back's got it. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Martin. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Fuller. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Completes it in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Caught close to the marker. It's Thurman. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Minnesota. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the grab. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
On the direct snap, it's Fuller. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Gets open down the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
From the red zone, looking for a space. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Cougar! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down. He's looking deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. It is good! They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Houston offense comes onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make...
Oh, he's got some space. Slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
It's so nice to be an offensive coordinator when you've got a guy that can do... What an unbelievable job scrambling around, buying time. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it, running a long way and scoring a touchdown.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Barnes. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The inside handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Barnes. There's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. It's a reverse. Plows through the defense. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep him guessing.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. Got room to work. Turning it on. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it in the middle. It's Kincaid. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He'll take it himself. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Direct snap. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now they're going to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's McClure. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Let's go. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Houston. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you could see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Here we go.
On the direct snap, it's Fuller. Makes a man miss. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got his man. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for room, it's Fuller. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. To the air, it's Barnes. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Gets some yardage and gets down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Got a little space. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Houston will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The kick is on its way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Lanier, moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And he knocked through the extra point. Pretty meaningless in the grand scheme, and the game is over. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be